no quarter, so don't take it that way. But this trying to tell you what's going on in our county. Those are from convicted felons and narcotics violators, which ANET has worked hard on the major traffickers in the county, and a lot of these firearms have come from their seizures. Also, our strike team that was developed about a year and a half ago, that our commissioners gave us people to work, has seized 33 other firearms in this county. Folks, that's a lot of firearms on the street that shouldn't be on the street. And a lot of these were held by convicted felons and narcotic dealers. We have got to continue to stay after these people. We are having too many young people being involved in shootings for no reason at all, being involved in shootings and killings. We had 2 in the city of Graham kill 2 teenagers by a 14-year-old. We had 2 down just over the line in Orange County. And there's been several shootings elsewhere that we can contribute to the drug traffic, to the gangs, and to the firearms that are on the streets today. Also, I look back at our years total on overdoses here in Alamance County. 199 overdoses here in Alamance County. With that, there have been 33 deaths. And we wonder what's going on in our society. We have to continue to put police presence out there and go after these people. We know who a lot of these dealers are dealing to these people down in the Maple Avenue corridor. And we have to identify them and seek them out and see that justice is served. And we have our district attorney here today that will be speaking to you. We have the chief of Burlington that's going to be speaking to you. We are not going to back off of these people until we clean those areas up the best we can. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Long, Burlington Police Department.
Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate the opportunity. I think what's important about this particular investigation is it started with community complaints. Some of those came to commissioners, some of those came to Burlington City Council members or other police agency heads, and we knew that the problem was growing. So instead of an immediate reaction with uncoordinated resources, we pulled that information together and we became very clear the locations that were involved most frequently and the individuals that were involved most frequently. After doing that work on the front, then the strength of the ANET investigations team, along with the sheriff's support, were able to go to that particular area and be very surgical about the assignment that was going on and remove the most prolific offenders that were involved in those drug dealings and other crimes that were associated in that Maple Avenue area, which was very concentrated. I think we have seen positive results after this first round of arrest, and most importantly, we've gathered intelligence on folks that are not necessarily Alamance County residents, but that continue to either bring or operate in this area, creating so much problem for that specific community. We know who they are. We haven't stopped looking. We continue our investigations, working collaboratively. But I think it also goes back to the original statement of the information has to continue to flow. A community demonstrates its trust in law enforcement when they're willing to call and identify the locations and the individuals that are involved in crimes, which then puts us in a really good position to work with our fellow agencies, the Sheriff's Office, to address these crime problems in these communities. I'll turn it over to the DA, Mr. Boone, if he wants to say a few words, but I know he stands with us in this fight against crime in that area.
Thank you, Chief. A lot of the crimes that are reported in that area, that come from that area, you do get the people who are selling and exploiting the people who live and try to get along in those communities, but you also have a significant number of people who are users. And they get caught up in this whole situation of being caught, charged. I can tell you that somebody who's a user is not a primary person